every week without fail.
Yeah,
we have
useless.
to wait kimmy every week.
Women.
Yeah, she'd come on and she'd be like, "Oh, listen, I had to polish a crystal because it's giving me bad energy or something." And you're like, "Well, of course you do."
I had to move 2 crystals from one side of the room to the other because they were too close.
The feng shui was completely off. Hold on, let me phone it. This is every week, so I might be 10 minutes late, you know. And you're like,
so she's.
Good accent.
Listen.
Oh,
greatest accent of all time. Good about time. All the others are shite. So it was Jesus in the end.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here she is. Kimmy's in the house. You know what,
hey. I saw you called me, but I was just checking the lighting as always.
Welcome. It is Monday Club, and I am Fat Sam. Now, I've got a deal for you. Go and check out expertelectrical.co.uk. They're the UK's #1 online wholesaler. They specialise in industrial and commercial stuff, but they do a range of everything, really. Check them out. They might revolutionise the way you do business, if I can even get them words out correctly. Quote Bundy 10 and get your 10% discount. They are the UK's #1. Why not go and check them out? expertelectrical.co.uk. Now, on with the show. No, you won't. You're doing your makeup.
No, my makeup was already done. I didn't have a nap today, so.
That's what we have.
Do you know what I mean?
This is
what's supposed to be fair. Me and Jordan working our asses off forever. You got Sam that does barely anything.
Oh,
and Kimmy has to have naps in the afternoon.
To be fair, I think Kimmy works harder than we do based on her Instagram.
Well, in the evenings, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, occasionally you see the Instagram.
I'm lazy in the days and I'm a hard worker at night.
Not just that. She might have like 3 or 4 months off. Just be like, I'm a lady of leisure right now.
But hey, Jordan, nice to speak to you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm very good.
We're going to go straight into it, are we? No, welcome to Monday Club, none of that.
Go on, Sam, just do it quickly. Get over and done with.
Welcome to Monday Club. Today is a very special day. It's a pinnacle of podcasting in the electrical industry. We have finally achieved Nirvana, and we've managed to get I would say the #1 contender to the title, probably the greatest YouTuber in the last couple of years to come through the ranks. Nick Bundy's idol, someone I've been waiting to get on for a while. The #1 contender, Jordan from Artisan.
Nice to be here.
Do you know, he rang me earlier and went, I can't wait for tonight. I was like, why is that? He goes, I've got a guest on. He says, I'm going to absolutely rip you. I was like, it's Jordan, isn't it? And he was like, yep. I was like, oh, God's sake. So this is going to happen all evening. So I'll look forward to it.
I've been holding out for ages just to make sure that intro happened. So
yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been practicing it all day in the mirror whilst not doing any work. But what we do need to know is, right, for those of you who don't know who Jordan is, which is unlikely, because he's... Listen, I want to say you're the most famous electrician in the game, but I'm sorry, I can't give you that title, because that still belongs to Naji. For the time...
At the present, Jordan is catching up very quickly.
Yeah, I know. That
very
must hurt
quickly.
You. How bad does that hurt you?
It doesn't. It annoyed me because when I started YouTube, Jordan, you were already in about like 5K, something like that. I think it was below 10. Yeah. And I came out of nowhere. I remember when we had the conversation, you were like, who's this guy? He's just come out of nowhere and overtook me. Like, how annoying. And then it was like you and me to 20K, wasn't it? And then you got there. And then you just went, woof, and way overtook me. And I said this to Adam, like in the van, like, oh, Jordan just hit 60K. Oh, but I can't compete with you anymore. Like you say, you've got the cameraman, you've got Corey, who is awesome, and the production value's there. And I'm just walking around, well, not a GoPro anymore, but just going, oh, do you want to see some Flexi conduit? And it's a different level now. But mate, congratulations, you've done an amazing job at it. You really have.
Nick's done Eminem there. He's chatting shit. to sort of like, so as I can't, but it's not going to happen. Jordan, do you think the secret to your success is not having a Batman hat?
Well, we did try the Superman hat on Corey, just for a bit of, Batman, Superman rivalry, but it didn't last long.
He's a handsome guy. He's a very handsome guy. Very Superman looking.
And he's tall as well.
He looks like Elvis.
I don't know. I was looking at him. I thought, do you know what? The first thing I thought is Nick's screwed. I was like, okay. Jordan's so smart. Jordan's so smart. He's just gonna got this young, handsome man who's got technical knowledge, unlike Nick, and he's just gonna like start doing all these things easy on the eye. It's just gonna take all of Nick's viewers, and you have to a certain extent.
Yep.
It's just different, Nick's got like a real core electrician viewership, and what's happened with our videos is that because the EV, we've hit a whole different audience with that as well, and that's why we've had such massive growth. It's just from the EV videos, really. So now we've got the electricians watching, which is a lot of Nick's audience and our audience are in common, but we've also got another audience now, which is people who are interested in electric vehicle charging and all that kind of stuff.
It's something that's really, really interesting at the moment, in my opinion, is EV charging and just how popular it's becoming. It's only going one way, isn't it? The EV market. Because as those EV cars get cheaper, more people need one of those chargers. Is that what you're finding?
Yeah, it's just nuts. Like demand has just gone through the roof. So I mean, like Corey's fully booked till mid-September now with pretty much EV charge points every day. And I'm just busy trying to hire more people who can cut that down to, sort of 3-4 weeks lead time, really, because people can't wait that long when they've got a car arriving next week. They want a charging point. So
it's exactly the argument I have with some people. I had a guy rang me up the other day, he's watched all of us for years, and he said, can I have some advice? I said, yeah, of course, I can try and give you advice, whether it's right or wrong. And he said he's recently set his business up. It's not even a year old yet, but he said, I'm fully booked till end of September. He said, I'm really worried about workflow. I said, that is fantastic. And like from a domestic small business company, I said, that is exactly where you want to be. That's a lot better than a lot of people. And so the problem with electricians compared to other trades is when someone wants electrics, they want it now, if not the following week. But most of the time they want it yesterday. And for you to be booked up that far in advance, and now I'm like this now with months and months in advance, and I actually find it worse because you'll get all these phone calls. And I was saying to Sam the other week, I must have turned down 50 jobs in about a week and a half that I couldn't go to because I got so much booked up. And that's where you're at, where I could probably go, I could hire another person. These 50 call outs could have been done, but I just don't want to grow at this present time. And I'm just content with the amount of paperwork I have to do as it's standard. But there's another thing with EV down Cambridge way with you. Everyone's getting electric cars. Stafford, I've had one inquiry for one. That's it.
I've still got one in the pipeline that I want to do a collaboration with you on.
Yes.
I need to get his quote sent out actually, because there's somebody who lives near you who wants one doing, and I said, me and Nick will come and do it together for you. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tell me this, Jordan, with your ever-growing business, and I find this interesting. Just firstly, Nick, do you know why you'll never be as good as Jordan? Because look how he comes to the podcast. He's found a nice clear wall. He's sitting there. He's got a good camera, good speakers. And you come here, you can't even pull your blind straight.
I know he's still got all of our t-shirts in the box.
To start with, I got in from work literally 6 minutes ago, and I did because I rang you.
I just got off a flight from Sicily, first class.
Just given my kids a kiss. I haven't seen them all day and gone, I'm really sorry. Whether I've got a fan in here that I've had to turn off because it is 1 billion degrees. The blind doesn't sit properly because all my daughter's birthday stuff is piled behind this. And this is my mate's pushchair that he's having a baby soon and it can't go in the house because it's a bad omen. So now it's lumbered in my office.
Jordan.
That's the thing. It's totally different. We live totally different lives. Like I've been on Zoom calls all afternoon since 11:30 back to back. So I have to have this background because it's what I do most of my time now. It's ridiculous. So
that's what you get for being a professional podcaster.
I don't have kids like Nick, and I'm not out really on the tools very much like Nick. So I could Batman hat comes off to Nick for handling everything.
Jordan, don't be
Yeah.
too nice
Eat your
to him.
words, Sam. Eat it,
Don't be
Sam.
nice to him. But Jordan, tell me, as your business is expanding at the rate it is, because obviously you're seeing mad growth.
Mhm.
How are you handling the back end of that? Because obviously a lot of paperwork, lot of spinning a lot of dishes. How are you finding that process?
Yeah, so I've really just had to come to terms with the fact now that we're in growth mode and I have to change my mentality, which is I'm not on the tools anymore. Basically, I am growing a business and I'm working on the business rather than in the business now. So it's all about kind of growing, setting up systems, training, hiring people, and doing all that kind of stuff now. And then jump on the tools every so often to try and appear in a video or two so that people don't forget that I exist.
Was it hard to switch the mentality? Because I would really struggle, because I enjoy, and I know you do, is doing our electrical installations. Like I do at the customer interaction. I like getting the tools out, not so much putting them back in. That's what Adam's for. But I would really struggle to step back, let other people do my company work and just sit in the background. Obviously you're on the phone all the time, you're always doing emails. That's the worst part of it for me. But if you want to grow and you want to have this retirement plan where people are earning you money and you could sit back and be at a desk and every now and then jump on a video, I think that's bang on.
Yeah,
Sorry, go on, Jordan.
You're right, Nick. I do like being on the tools, so it is a challenge, and I have been trying to do both for a while, and I just realized it doesn't really work, because as soon as you jump on the tools, everything falls apart in the office. So I've got to get everything set up so that it can kind of run without me, and then I can be back on the tools a bit more, hopefully. But I just had to make a choice at a certain point. Like I was at your stage where it's like, okay, it's either I carry on as I am and I just have to turn down loads of work, or I just go for it and grow. And I decided that that was what I wanted to do. So it's all in now, really, and just it is a different ball game, and it's got its pros and its cons. But ultimately, I want to be able to be, like you said, I've got a plan. So I want to be able to be in a place in a few years' time where I can, travel more, do, stuff that I want to do, and not have to kind of be here and working. So.
It's a good plan. Sam, you've muted yourself.
Nick, now I think you could probably learn a thing or two from Jordan, not only about business, but how to grow a YouTube channel, and like perhaps he should mentor you.
He's relentless, isn't he? He is relentless. I think I have done very well for myself for the things that I've been given or tried, because I only did YouTube on a whim. Like I've said to you before.
What I'm saying is, Nick, right? What I'm saying is, with Jordan, he's like started out the same time as you, was behind you, but now, don't you feel like, and this is a serious point, you're constantly behind Jordan all the time, like in business, in YouTube, and he's like,
to be fair, he's a pain in the arse, isn't he? And I'm going to bite. To be fair, it's nice to have someone that you can chase, because when you're in the lead, there's not a lot of people to follow. Like we've always said, we'd like to catch up with Tom one day. We always would. You, me, and Chris, and we're getting closer and closer. And he's putting some videos out now, and there's some good videos there. But there's always the next step to strive to. Like you and me both want to hit 100K. That is an absolute goal for me at one point in my life. I literally hit 50,000 this morning.
Yeah, it's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. And you hit 70,000 this morning, didn't you?
So we both hit a milestone today, which is I hit 70 and you hit 50, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Still a bit behind, Nick.
Oh, great. You're starting now as well. Fantastic. But just to think, and Jordan will agree with you, from two people that started this not really knowing what we're doing, to have 50 or 70,000 people not only just watch but physically subscribe to you and watch, it's amazing. And if you put that amount of people in one room, you would feel very small.
That'd be like a whole O2 arena, isn't it?
Yeah,
60,000 is like, what is that, Staples Centre?
Wembley, isn't it?
Yes, that's a big arena. Like,
that's a lot of attention. That is a lot of attention.
Yeah. I mean, some of our videos now, way over. I mean, I think my top video is like 350,000 views, which is just like,
Oh,
what?
You're still ahead of me with that. Your top viewed video has got more views than my
what
top.
is that? The fake plumbing one?
I think my top viewed is like 260,000 or something. Yours is is it your van tour one that?
No, that's 200,000.
Oh, it's the customer didn't
pay.
Yeah.
It was just dropped at the right time with the
Oh.
right thumbnail, the right title, and you know what it's like. It just one point it clicks and it just goes.
Whoa.
But yeah, but the thing is, there's loads of questions I want to ask you. Like, it's sort of, this is YouTube related. At what point did you think? Because we both obviously earn off sponsorship and we both earn off ad revenue. At what point did you go, now is the right time for me to get a cameraman and help someone? Because I know someone edits your videos now, don't they? At what stage did you go, it's better for me not to waste my time? Because I slog over videos and you were the same. What point did you go, this is the next step with YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, you know how much work it is. It's doing the editing because you do it yourself. It takes hours and hours and hours. And I was doing it myself at first, and then at some point I was like, okay, I've not got time to do this. I'm trying to run a business and do loads of other things at the same time. So I farmed my editing out to a guy in Ireland, and I just sent him the stuff and he did the editing and sent it back, and that was great. So I'd been doing that for like a year and a half already.
Oh,
but
wow.
But then it got to the point recently with Corey doing a lot of the videos and me being in the office and stuff. I was like, okay, how can we bring this to the next level? And it just happened that Nathan was available. He's a friend of Corey and mine, and we tried him out, and it was brilliant. And actually, it's funny because I was at the point where I was thinking of getting a unit, and I was like, I really want to get a unit. It was around the same time that you were kind of getting your unit, and I had to make a choice between get a unit or hire a cameraman.
Well, to be fair, I think the camera, it's worked so well because the videos are so far different to what I do and what you used to do. You've got the cinematography, you've got the B-roll, you've got the music right, you've obviously got the clip-on mics, and it's just a whole different entertainment value compared to the stuff that we do, which we just class as vlogging, to the stuff that you do, which is a general actually piece of work. It's really good. Well,
it's actually as good as a TV program.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Nathan is so talented. He's amazing. I'm just so fortunate, really, to have Nathan and Corey. Who Corey's just a natural on camera.
He's awesome.
We never really expected, but it's just turned out brilliant. He's great, and Nathan's great as well. And together they just make such a good team. And now we've got Ruben as well. And Ruben's turning out on camera. Yeah. He's going to be showing up in a few more of the videos, and he's got a really good little sense of humor on him as well. So it's a great dynamic. I'm just super blessed to have such a great team, really. And I'm just not doing that much now in the videos. They're just so great. I just let them get on with it,
Do you know what, mate? One of your biggest fans, and I'm going to throw someone else under the bus now. I swear he phones me at least. Well, you do 3 videos a week. I get some interaction with him at least 3 times a week about your videos, and that's Neil Bridgman. He is in love with your videos. Honestly, he goes, Sam, have you seen Jordan's new video? I was like, no, mate, I haven't. Don't really watch them because Nick won't let me.
Shut up.
I'm being a disloyal friend. And I'm like,
you don't watch my videos?
Nah.
Also the thumbnails.
Yeah. And then Neil phones me up and he goes, mate, the production's second to none, best in the game. Does Bundy every time. Like Bundy and him are 2 different worlds now. Not even the same league. I don't even know what everyone else is going to do. Jordan's just got it. He's going to run away with it. He's got it. Even Naji's had to up his game, and he's off on one every time you release a video.
Thing is, it's not like people say like, oh, it's a competition, and there was that whole thing of like, oh, Naji's
I know
nobody likes him stuff. It's not a competition. Like me and Nick have been in touch with each other like throughout this whole thing, bouncing ideas off each other and just keeping in touch. We keep in touch with the others as well, and we're all rallying each other on. It's not a competition.
Because where does it stop though? Do you know what I mean? It's a race now to 100, but let's be honest, Tom's way closer than us. Like, you're catching a very quick pace. I'm miles behind. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that.
No.
But
Say
you know,
again,
what's the
Nick.
next thing? Yeah, fine with that.
The thing is, as
but
well, you
it's
kind of
nice.
think, where does it end? You know,
Exactly. What point
when
does
we
it
hit
stop?
100,000, what are we going to do then? You know, is it going to be let's go for 200, let's go for 1 million, or is it just going to be
Listen,
okay? I've run
Got
out
your
of
own TV show, getting on ITV, BBC.
Netflix. We're going for Netflix. We're coming at you.
Oh, Netflix. Yeah.
I'll
That's
speak to my
good.
mate Jeff. Yeah, Amazon Prime. What's that little farm up? Bundy and Jordan's farm.
I
That's it.
love that show. Honestly,
wicked, isn't it?
Clarkson's
I'll watch it this
Farm,
weekend.
Absolutely
wicked.
brilliant.
You can't
But
miss.
it's kind of like, it's almost like what we're doing, but on a farm. You know, it's just like watching a bunch of people doing what they do on a daily basis and having a laugh.
Jordan, don't say what we're doing. Say what you're doing. Yeah.
Oh wow, there we go. Well,
Like,
what I also find, like in Jordan, because we can talk about YouTube, but to a certain extent, because we can't talk way too much. Like, it's the stuff that's opened up through the sponsors stuff or the opportunities that have been given to us. Because before this, I had no idea half this stuff existed.
Mm.
And obviously, the more views we're getting, the more people that approach you from different companies doing this, that, and the other. And it's just turned into this whirlwind of an emails here, there, and everywhere.
oh,
Oh,
we got a friend.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, look at this beautiful little girl.
did I wake you up?
That is a sleepy face.
Oh, bear with me a sec, all right.
Yeah, man. So, Kimmy.
Yeah, you guys are inspiring me to get back on my YouTube. I started it I don't know why I started it, and then I just left it. But now I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? I've got so many ideas. I've got a whole book and about 7 pages, A4 pages full of ideas for the videos I want to make. But I just never, I didn't stay consistent with it.
It's really hard.
Guys,
You've got to be
I'm like, you
so
know what? I want to hit 1K now. I get subscribers now, even though I haven't posted a video for over 2 months. Interestingly enough, but yeah, you guys have inspired me. So
cool.
I've got to check right
I'm
now.
gonna go from here. What's that?
I've got to check right now. I was very close yesterday to 1K. I'm
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
Milestone,
Woo!
3 milestones in a day.
You know what?
Nice.
It's gonna be me and Sam's race to 2K then, yeah?
No, it's not. Relax.
What do you mean? Okay, I love a challenge. I'm a very fiery person. Do not challenge me because I will take the challenge and run
Listen,
with it.
challenge
And I
is
will
laid
be-
down. Challenge is laid down. No problem.
Let's. Do you know how Nick and Jordan are doing it? We'll do the same. Friendly competition just to boost each other on. Let's see who hits 2K first.
Definitely be me. Not even close. No, not
Gordon,
even
let's
close.
do first to 60k. So you need to lose 10 and I'll gain 10. How's that sound?
Transfer them over. Yeah, yeah.
How can we work that one?
Oh,
So Jordan,
the thing is, oh, go on.
I want to get into a little bit about you, and find out one. I've heard some things about you from people who worked with you in the past. I'm not going to say who,
Oh,
but it's not bad stuff. They said you was like quite a good electrician, pretty fast, knew what you was doing. Now, I also know. Well, I also am led to believe you're a gold card holder.
No.
Oh!
No.
yes, nice one, Jordan.
So
I am not a gold card holder. I'm a proud non-guard gold card holder.
that's not a thing.
And United, yes.
You know, yeah, Corey is the only one in our company who's got a gold card.
All right. Okay. So
See,
Be
This-
serious.
this-
go on.
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
hear it. Let's hear this. What are your qualifications?
2391, you know, I've got all the stuff. I could get a gold card if I wanted to, but I have to do the health and safety course and all that stuff. And it's
So
like,
listen, have you got?
But
your
it wouldn't
AM2?
mean anything to us.
no, exactly.
Nick, relax. Have you got your AM2?
Yeah.
Have you got your MVQ level 3?
Yeah.
Have you got your 2330 or equivalent? City and Guilds qualification level 3?
Is that the testing one?
No.
That's
2391.
2391.
Electrical installations, isn't it?
So you actually qualify to be an approved gold card electrician.
Is that good enough?
Where would that get him? Nowhere.
Where-
he runs his own
like-
business. He doesn't need
It's
one.
just
tell you-
another
I'll tell you
card
where
in
to
your
get
wallet that's going to get faded, isn't it? Basically.
All I'm saying is, I'll tell you where to get him. 60, 70,000 subs. That's
Wait,
what-
he hasn't, has it? Yeah, well,
Well, it
it
definitely
Yeah, you
makes
should
no
do
odds.
that. Make a video on how you get your gold card.
Listen,
Hopefully that will give you the 10 extra K.
not just that. Jordan. So Jordan's a proper electrician. Welcome to the crew.
Wow. So this is an argument we have all the time. And I get there's a place for gold card electricians because I had the conversation with Adam. He wants to go for his gold card in case at some point he wants to leave what we do. He wants to go commercial, industrial, go on big sites. I said 100%, you're going to go for the qualification, do it. But for me, it makes no odds. I want to do this for the rest of my life. I like doing domestic stuff. I don't need a gold card. I'm not going to go on big building sites. Oh, she comes again.
But no, it's been a running theme with us, Jordan, about the gold card. And someone did tell me that you either had it or you had done a proper apprenticeship, like your time served spot.
I have done a proper apprenticeship. I mean, I had the JIB card, the apprentice card, but I just never got it turned into a gold card. I just didn't really know about it. And I never needed it because we'd never worked on big sites or anything. So yeah, I did an apprenticeship with my dad, and I was really fortunate in that way.
You did it with your dad?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Third generation Sparky.
So you don't.
Wow.
What does that mean?
Is it third?
My granddad taught me how to terminate my first stick wire arm.
That's cool.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's still around. In fact, I've been thinking of doing a little interview with him, like a little podcast style interview, like
Definitely.
this, because I'd love to just hear his whole story, really, of how he got into the industry and share it with people. I think that's quite interesting. He's like 87 or something,
mate.
I'd like to find out, like, there's obviously no power tools back then. Saying, how did you used to cut through joists? How did you used to channel out the wall? Do you know what I mean? Find all that stuff out. We should do a video one day and just use old school Spark stuff, because I've got some of my granddad's stuff of where we've got to install a few like back boxes or cut through a joist without any power tools and just do what they did. I think it'd be so interesting.
That would be an amazing video, because one of the things that
we could make a really arty video as well of like doing that with some B-roll of us going through the
bad wrists. Let Adam do it. I've got bad wrists.
Make it look amazing. We should definitely do it.
See, for me, I'm a bit of an electrical geek. I love the history of the electrical industry, like even going back to, the Edison and Tesla, the current war and stuff like that. All these things and like these inventions they made all the way back then, trying to understand magnetic fields and all that, even to like 60-year-old switchgear that is made in such a beautiful way. Even when you look at turn of the century switchgear, 1900 switchgear. It's so beautiful, ornate, all big, thick copper. Like there weren't no copper shortages back then, and it was all made of cast and stuff like that. And it's ornate and beautiful and stuff like that. I'm really geeky about that, and I bet your granddad really worked on some super interesting stuff.
Yeah, like you say, they just don't make things like they used to. The stuff, like sometimes if you go in these old houses and you're pulling out all these old, beautiful old porcelain light switches or the brass ones that swivel on and stuff like that, they lasted, they're still almost as good as they were when they were made. Nowadays, all this plastic stuff that lasts like 5-10 years, it's rubbish, really.
I don't know if you saw my video, Jordan. I done one the other day. No one did. 1,400 people did, so relax, yeah. I had done a video where I was taking out an old bit of switchgear, and I took out one of the bushes, like brass bush.
I think I saw that, and it was like really thick.
The really thick one, and then I put it next to a present day one, a new one, basically, and I put the new one in the jaws of the grips, and before I knew it, like quite easily, it burst. Just applied a little bit of pressure and it bursts. And then you do it with the old school one, and with two hands as hard as you possibly could, it don't even bend. And it just goes to show how they used to make stuff. And I find
you should have sat on it; it would have bent then.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
That was good. It took you, I don't know, 25 minutes in?
Yeah, because I'm trying to make this about Jordan and YouTube and a good podcast rather than, shit shoveling. But we'll move on. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not saying much either. I'm giving Jordan the spotlight. Normally, me, I like to dominate all the conversations. And I've got a lot to say, but
it's funny, Jordan. The podcast I just did, because I got Dave
Jordan, you've got our full attention.
I did it with Dave and Luke, and the comments. Oh, thank God Sam's gone. Oh, Nick, you're such a better host. You let people speak, or you don't jump down people's throats. Oh, Nick, it was brilliant. Well, you know, I get Sam to edit this, and we'll put all the really cool comments all over the screen now of them saying, "Oh, thank God Sam's gone," and here he is again jumping in.
I did actually watch that podcast with Dave and Luke. It was nice to hear from them. Yeah.
What do you mean you actually watched it? Like what? Don't you watch Monday?
He's a busy man.
I'm quite selective, you know, because my brain only has a limited amount of space for stuff. So I'm quite selective about what I put in it.
That's good.
That's fair.
Smart.
No, but I've been watching you guys' podcasts quite a lot lately because I have found it quite interesting. So
well,
it's got better, isn't it?
It's Kimmy who's really brought a lot of class and talent to the podcast, really.
Wow.
I didn't know he's a good liar as well. I didn't know that.
Yeah, awesome. Jordan, we do a thing from SWA. It's the SW. Right, hold on. SWA Tech Talk is what we're doing now, and we're going to go over to Dan from SWA.
Hi, Dan from SWA, and welcome to another tech topic. Now, here at SWA, we do a number of solutions which help speed up the installation of cable glands. One example would be our Smart Fit. This is a nylon cable gland. It's IP68, but what's really clever about it is it doesn't require a lock nut. You can simply click it into place. But I'd like to hear from you, what else could be done to help speed up the installation of cable glands? Thanks, guys.
So that was Dan from SWA talking about their push fit IP rated glands, cable glands.
That's the pushing ones.
The pushing ones, as Nick likes to say. And
or hammering ones.
Have you? Well, he just pushed it in with his fingers then.
Oh, we have to hammer in them every now and
then. Have you used them?
Yes.
Are they decent?
Yeah, I think I use them from seeing on Chris's videos when he does either trunking across the top, when he does them in the top, or he just does straight, knock them out, pierce it, push it through. I like the idea of them, but with me, with the way I do stuff, if I was going to do like that, it's cliche as it's going to sound, I would just use a bit of flexi conduit to protect it up, but that's the way I do it. But there is, there you go, just to annoy some people. But
do you know who's triggered by that the most in the world?
You?
Neil Bridgman.
No, Neil Bridgman. He texted me about it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so triggered by flexi conduit. In fact, did he text you the one the other day where they're set on fire? It's
on fire.
Yeah, he's so triggered by it. I know you actually. Know
anyway,
that all flexicon as well, wasn't it?
I know. What do you use for your bits and pieces, Jordan? Cable glands and such like.
For compression glands, we usually just use the whisker ones. But
stuffing glands.
Started using the stuffing glands. Yeah, I didn't even know that SWA made knock-in glands. Actually, that's quite interesting. So we'll have to try those out. But we do sometimes use the SWA storm glands, which are pretty good.
Awesome. They are brilliant.
They are quick to install. Corey did his first one the other day, and he was like, "Wow, that was a lot quicker than a normal gland." So
I always feel like with them as well, you can get, because the gland's a bit bigger, you can turn it most of the way with your hand and just finish it off with the pliers rather than the original normal ones. You get the pliers on it almost straight away, don't you?
Yeah, they are good.
It's quite an interesting subject actually when you talk about all these little smart fit stuff that's coming out now. You know, you've got even down to like Wago connectors and stuff. What a revolutionary bit of kit that was.
Oh, ideal.
I can't believe some electricians still don't use.
Well, I know connector blocks.
That's that myself. I'm only transitioning into them part time. Obviously, that's because of the social housing thing, and they pay for Wagos. So
housing.
What's that?
Are they too expensive to use?
Yeah, so we're not allowed Wagos. It's just connector blocks. And yeah, it's awful. They would get very upset if I got Wagos on their account. It would be a phone call straight away and deducted from my paycheck. It's ridiculous. So I still have to use these, but I've started to just splash out a little bit, buy a box and just use them on call outs because it makes the job so much quicker.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're totally a game changer, really.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of the let's have your opinion. What for you is the biggest game changer since you've been a Spark?
Wow.
It's a big one.
I think that probably is one of them, actually. Just push fit connections in general, whether it's Wagos, Vargos, whatever you call them, or like push fit connections in light fittings.
Yeah.
That just is a massive time saver.
It's,
And they've been doing that in other parts of Europe for donkey's years. I mean, I first discovered Wagos in Germany. I did some work out in Germany and they were like, oh, this is what we use here. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Amazing. And then like a few years later, they started arriving in the UK and it's like, finally, you know, because you couldn't get them in the wholesalers before.
Which is the thing I found about social media now is because before I was over on Instagram or Facebook, or really before this kicked off for any of us on the Sparks channels, we didn't know these products existed unless I physically went in the wholesale. It was sat on a box on the side.
Yeah.
I never watched, I never read the magazines, never did that. And then you pick a box up, you go, wow, this is £24 for 25. Like, no, I'm all right, thanks. But then now you can see the pictures and the videos of us like fitting them or on Instagram or Facebook, and you can see the advertisement. You can go, it's worth it because you've got people like you and me, well, all of us four going, use these products or use this product or use this storm gland, because it will literally, let's say we're fitting 50 throughout the month, and per time you're doing it, you save yourself 5 minutes per job. It's almost a day's wages that you've saved yourself. And you add it all up and total up, and it makes perfect sense.
it does.
Maybe some stuff that's very expensive and you would probably use once, but
It's a better quality and neater install as well. I mean, with Wagos compared with screw connectors, it's just, there's no comparison with the way it looks and everything. You can get it so much neater with a Wago.
I love how you say it. I'm gonna start saying it like that.
Well, it's actually Vargo because it's German, but everyone says it differently. So
Yeah, no one really knows. No one really knows.
I've never heard anybody say Vargos, but I like it. I like it.
Chris says Vargo, doesn't he?
yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, when you mention it in a video and you say it wrong, there's always a German person who goes, "No, it is Vargo." You know. So it's like, okay, sorry, I'll try and pronounce it right next time.
And if you're sponsored by a lesser company than Vargo called they call them lever connectors. And
You leave, yeah.
when we all really know they're
Leave them alone.
we're Wagos. You know what I mean? Wagos.
I've commented.
Nick, what is your biggest game changer? Could be any tool, any piece of equipment, something that you think, oh god, if that went, I'd be screwed.
Honestly, I think it's the Bosch self-cut spade bits. Box of them for joists that only cost about 12 to 13 quid. Back in the day when I used to buy the old, well, there's any spade bits or the old, not the arm, you know, the joist eater ones, the big thin, they cost like 30 quid for
Auger
one.
bits.
Yeah, you hit a nail and it's gone. But the Bosch bits, the self-tapping, the self-pulling, self-cutting, they're fairly cheap. If you hit a nail, you get right sound in the bin, I'll get another one out. They eat through joists. And back in the day, I could spend sometimes 15 minutes on one joist trying to get it through. And now it's like butter. And that, to me, with the amount of time we drill joists, it saves so much time over the year.
For me, I'll ask you, Kimmy. Go on. What do you think you couldn't live without? The biggest game changer, something that's revolutionised the way you work.
Well, I've only been doing this for 7 years, so you know it's not been that long. So everything sort of was out already when I started. But what did I discover? I would have said it was those Nipex pliers, but they're awful. Those 5-in-1 things. I thought they were going to be life changing.
I love mine.
I spent like £50 on them, and honestly, I've only used them twice, only for people's YouTube videos. Dr. Electric, I just got it out to be like, I've got it, and that was it. Took a picture with it. I thought that was going to be the thing.
You've got to just persevere with it for a few weeks. You'll love it.
They're good for fuse boards. Fuse board videos, they're good for fuse board tool.
Yeah,
I'm doing a fuse board on Thursday, so I'm gonna just try to use that and see how I get on. But that was the thing I hoped was gonna revolutionize it for me, but it didn't. Apart from that,
typical Kimmy answer.
Apart from that, I agree with both of you. Literally, those drill bits, saw them on Instagram on I think it was Mossy Electrical that was using those. Awesome, I bought those, and yeah, the push fit connectors and like emergency light fittings, such a time saver. Love them.
Jordan, do you get on with them 5-in-1 Nipex?
Yeah, I love them. Yeah, I mean, now I've still got side cutters and pliers and stuff in my tool bag, but I basically never use them. I just get them and it's just like the only time really they're not very good is when you want to just cut the end of the twin and earth and then strip it back with the CPC, which you're not supposed to do. That they're a bit awkward to do, but
yes, they are.
Oh yeah.
Cutting cables, stripping the wires, bending them over for the doubling them over and whatever. Perfect.
Yeah, I think they're great board tools, and they're great for second fixing, because even if you're doing what is it, the ferrule crimping, you can still ferrule crimp with that as well.
Yeah.
I've never used them for that. I've always been a little bit hesitant about using them for that, just because
it can get you out of trouble if you can't be asked to go back to your bag or something. Like
I still use my really expensive Nipex crimping thing.
Well, I actually bought the cheap one from Amazon. It's
the one I've got, the Percival one.
Receiver.
Yeah, Percival. Yeah, mate, they are so good.
No.
20 quid.
Just going back to what you said about the revolutionary thing, I think what we probably all agree on as well is hey, shut up. Is social media.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. 100%.
Because it's just to the people that actively go on it and watch it and look at it, it's like daily. It's up in everyone's game. We're all looking at other people's stuff, saying, "I like that idea. I'm going to pinch that. It's going to improve my work or my workflow, everything." I think it's been a massive boost, and I think a lot of these people that are still doing crap jobs are people that are not on social media.
I totally agree. Yeah,
I'll tell you. I've got 4 points. So that's why I saved it to the end. One, your comment about social media. You look at someone like Mikey, residual current, loadout. Mate, he's at the cutting edge of everything. All these videos showing all the latest tools, all the little hacks, all the little stuff. Mate, I love his channel. Big shout out to Mike. He's going to be on soon. Secondly, watching social media for tips and tricks. I done some domestic stuff not so long ago. And obviously, I am a commercial electrician and industrial electrician. I very rarely touch a domestic fuse board. So, watching one of Nick's videos, one that I've actually watched, I sort of knew, I need a tails kit. I need one of those tails glands. It's already cut out, ready to go. That's really nice. That's an awesome bit of kit. I was like, that's a bit of a game changer. I did have to phone old Dave O'Savo and ask him a few questions, but it's all right, because Nick wouldn't answer. He had the ump with me that day. Listen, it's what I do. And then the two biggest game changers for commercial electricians, in my opinion, have you seen the Armeg hole cutters that have like
with a spring in it?
Accelerate. Amazing.
Like all of a sudden it goes from, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes of drilling it out, hot shards flicking everywhere, like you just get one stuck on your hand, you're like, that hurts so much, why is my skin singeing? And then you've got to try and get the thing out, stab yourself in the hand with a screwdriver as you're trying to clean out the old ones. But with them, and it pops straight out, and you're like,
is it the same as mine? I got the CK ones where it's actually beveled over a little bit at the top, so you actually can't push it.
Yeah, so you don't go straight through.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
wicked
got all
bits of
that.
kit.
Mate, we had that on the video that we put out on Monday. We like both didn't have our proper vans and tools with us, and we didn't have those hole cutters, so we had to drill like a pilot hole and then go through with a cone drill,
the step cut,
to open it up, and it was like it took forever, and it was Corey was calling it like the job.
I remember when the cone things came out.
I get a cone drill bit. I don't have one of those, and I've seen a lot of people use those, and they look awesome.
They're all right with plastic. They're all right.
Plastic's fine.
I use a lot of them for plastic, so that's what I want it for.
But those Armeg Accelerate hole cutters are a complete game changer when you're doing steel containment. Like they just go through and you don't even have to file the hole. They will just pop straight through. It's lovely. And then, little known company, AJ from Brocket Socket.
Oh yeah, I know you.
Have you used a Brocket Socket? Yes, come on.
I've not actually used it yet. It's been sitting next to my desk for months, and I've been like wanting to use it, and I've still not got around to it. But I've got. I had to get one. I just had to get one.
And it's such a nice thing to own. And
it's beautiful, isn't it? It's like a solid, like a coin something.
Yeah,
I see a lot of people use them with the little Vera car form. Is it the
Yeah.
little ratchets? Yeah.
Yeah.
a little tip. I was doing a big strip out with all like old conduit and stuff, and I put mine in my impact. So you know you get the little impact adapter. Pop that in, popped it on the end. I was undone all the boxes so quick. I was like, this is the best thing ever. And then like reinstalling it, that you get so much purchase on like torque on your tightenings. Mate, honest tightenings, that's not even a word.
How much is that little thing?
They're not. Listen, they are
About, I think it's like 20, 25 quid or something.
they're £25 each.
Yeah.
And
What's it? 20 mil, 25 mil,
25 and
32.
seagulls are at it again. Seagulls. And 32, yeah. I haven't got the 32.
But I think I've got. I know the last thing. I think I've got one more thing that will beat your top thing, which
No way.
Jordan will completely agree with, is the Dade.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
What's a Dade?
Absolutely, dust and debris eliminator.
Yeah.
Is
No,
it?
So it's because we do downlights all the time, and
Yeah.
it's a silicon
Well,
cone that
that
sits over
silicon
your drill
trap.
bit, and as you push it up, honestly, so the first time I bought one, I was like, "What have I been missing? My entire this is amazing." Because there's no before when we're doing downlights, you'd sheet everything up, you'd go around for a Hoover for an hour afterwards, and you'd be this. Sometimes you don't put sheets down because you know full well it's going to catch literally 99% of it.
See, I've been working on student accommodation and retrofitting back boxes on smoke alarms. So you've got to drill out two sheets of plasterboard. Now, what they don't tell you about plasterboard is how much it stings your eyes. The dust is so stingy. It's so stingy. You're like, what
Should
am
be
I
wearing
going to do?
your goggles,
Oh, yeah, like they do anything. All that.
like me and Jordan doing our videos.
Do you know what happens when I wear goggles?
Safety
It's like
first.
that. I go like that, and they instantly steam up.
Get yourself a pair of those Boller ones. Absolutely amazing. They never steam up. They're brilliant.
Jordan,
Like about tenner on Amazon or
I
something.
don't think they'd fit on his head.
I was gonna say, no, Sam doesn't like people. He likes to do everything dangerous and then cry that he's injured and show.
He doesn't actually.
everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a Hoover. He just sits there going, sucking all the dust in, so it doesn't go on the floor.
I didn't have breakfast this morning.
Oh, you did. Second breakfast. My bad.
No, I think you're right. I think those things, because I was getting dust in my eyes. I haven't bought one yet, but I have ordered one yesterday. So
When
Yeah,
did
I
it
saw the
start
other day. as
becoming-
well.
When did they start becoming popular? These things? Is it something recent, or has it been out for like years?
3 years ago.
When did you get yours, Nick?
I got
More.
mine about through 2.5 years.
What
3
about
years
you,
ago.
Jordan?
Yeah, probably even more. I think
Did you think you've both been?
2016 I got mine from
Wow.
TLC. I think from TLC when
probably before
I
Nick.
set up.
There we go.
Yeah, I got one.
Before
But you know what I saw the other day as well, which is I think is going to be a game changer. It's from Armeg as well, and it's the roofing bolts for the like fixing the trunking and cable tray down. They've made like a magnetic bit that can just click into roofing bolts and
no,
super quick. Yeah, it looks really good. And I tried to buy one on Amazon because I wanted to do a review of it on my Tools for Sparks channel, and they're all sold out, of course. But I'm
That-
definitely gonna get one. They look awesome.
I've just thought of another thing. Bear with me. I've got because I ruined this the other day and I had to buy some online. Oh god, I've just pulled stuff over.
You got one.
So I stupidly decided to use a wall chaser on tarmac the other day, and then the following week did a rewire, and the first chase took me probably 15 minutes instead of what me and Jordan probably know as 1 minute, if that. And it's the Metabo triple blade, so that's the perfect distance for putting your oval conduit or capping in. And obviously with that, it just takes out the middle of the chase, which people have seen all over my videos because it was one of the first things ever sent to me on YouTube, and it is just next level. And I know you've got the Hilti one now, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that got a triple blade, or is it still?
No, they don't do triple blades. They just
Would
got
that not fit in it?
the two. I don't know.
125 mil, this one.
It would be interesting to give it a go. I'm not sure if they're the same size or not, but the Hilti blades are amazing anyway. So, you know, you don't really need it. It's just a different way of doing it, really.
Because I know that Mark was just raving about Mark Allison, Apprentice 1-to-1. We all know Mark here. His boy just bought the FlexiVolt DeWalt one, the cordless one from
I
DeWalt.
didn't know there was one.
Surely that would run our battery so quickly, though,
Very
because it's
quick.
taking a real, you know, the torque on that is a lot, isn't
You're
it?
talking about those 54-volt batteries things.
Yeah.
So they're meant to be pretty rugged. Now, I forgot what I was going to say now because I nearly died of a hiccup then. Can you hear that?
Yes, all the time.
It's so aggravating.
Making me want to have some fish and chips.
Well, you end up looking like me, Jordan, so I wouldn't bother.
No, don't do that.
What was I going to say? Right, I've forgotten now.
You
Completely
go downhill very quickly. Otherwise,
Yeah. Go on, Nick. Take over. You're meant to be in town.
It's going to talk about the swearing, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah, so swearing. That well done, Kim. So
Go on, Kim.
when I first started off, like Jordan did, we were in contact with Gaz from Chesham, GSH Electrical, and he gave me one of probably the best advice was not to swear on the channel, which we don't do on here because it's a bit different. It's a podcast,
Well,
but
we've
just
reined it in.
calmed it
We've
down.
reined it in, yeah.
Really big time.
But because it helps us go to a wider audience, it can
Yes.
allow, you know, a spark who's got a family who's watching it in the evening. His kids are watching Peppa Pig on the telly. He can sit on his phone, and you haven't got to worry that we're going to say horrible words. And it's just reaching this next level, this next step. Because I agree, I swear a lot in real life, which Kimmy and Sam know, but it comes to a point when we're trying to do videos, we're trying to be professional. I know in a Batman hat, but there's no need to swear. There's no need to. We can emphasize something as much as we can. You don't need to swear. It ends up coming across as childish on videos sometimes, rather than making any sense.
I think as well in the because I don't swear anyway. I just don't swear. That's just not me. But I think in the construction industry, it's just so common, that kind of language, that if you're in that bubble, it's just normal for you. Whereas people who are watching from outside the bubble, or like customers, for example, if you swear in front of them, it's actually really distasteful for people. They feel uncomfortable. They don't like it.
Yeah.
So like for us, for example, company policy is we will not swear in front of our customers. That's when we send a quote, that's one of our things that we say. We will never smoke, swear, or disrespect you or your property in any way.
Oh, I love
and
that.
people appreciate it, you know?
No, it's good, yeah. I
So
would be sacked immediately.
yeah, you would.
So, do you know what? It's like I'm the most offensive person without even trying.
Yeah, he's just an idiot. Like, he doesn't think before he says anything. No, and he doesn't. And we've all listened to what Sam has to say. Even in, like, when me and Kimmy met up with him, it was just like, "What? Why, Sam? Why'd you say that?" And he looked at him and goes, "Oh, I don't know."
I know.
Like, brilliant. But equally, I have points, and when I go to some customers, because a lot of people from a small area, especially where I grew up, people know you, and I can happily sit down and have a conversation and swear in front of a customer, and they do it back, and it's the rapport we have. It differs from customer to customer. Some people you could walk in the house and instantly I know, professional hat on, you need to be sensible, get there, do the job, invoice, certificate, jobs are good and
Done.
professional hat. I just turn it on backwards, that's all it is. But then some customers I have where I know I could walk in and we could say this and that, and they would just smile because they have a rapport with me. There's a bit of communication backwards and forwards. And this is something I've tried to get Adam to say. You need to get in there with the customer. You need to make sure you're likable straight away. You need to make sure that they remember you over the other people that are coming to quote, or maybe not if there's someone else, but you want to leave their house with them smiling, or with them going, yeah, that was good. And I said, if you can do that, they will come back.
Yes, 100% agreed.
And that's quite a skill, actually, just kind of being able to gauge customers and figure them out, you know, like how they would want you to behave. That's because, like you say, every customer is different. And just having that perception about how people are and kind of being able to adapt to the customers is really important.
Within seconds, because I've had it before where Batman hat, I've got tattoos, I'm 6'3", I've got piercings, I turn up in a
biggest head you've ever seen in real life, honestly.
In fact, yeah.
Honestly, I still can't get over it. No, hold on. I still can't get hold. I can't get hold of it to this day. You've never seen. like I'm a fat guy, but his head is like.
Hey Arnold.
Oh, there we go. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I think
Jordan
No,
started.
no, that was just what strung into my head.
You know, my head is very big as well, especially compared to my little self. My head's probably the same size as Sam's.
yeah,
I'm
but
like,
no one's got a big head than Nick. But listen,
Thank you.
I just want to quickly turn to something. Jordan, let's have a look at that. Very, very, very nice sweater you got on there, hoodie you got on there.
This is just going to get turned on me again. I can't wait.
Oh, I
Hey,
love
look
it.
how good that. Listen, did you
Is
get
it-
proper bit
Is
of
it the right
artwork
way
done?
round, or is it the wrong way round? On
No,
No,
your
no,
that's-
it's the right way
right.
round. It's the
Okay,
right
cool. Artisan
I'd
of
wear
all,
that.
Jack of none.
Jack of
I'd
none.
wear that. I'd wear that.
What reading have you got on there? All zeros. Nice.
Yeah, it's a very low ohms reading.
Did you get like someone professional in to do that for you?
Yeah, I got a designer to do the merch for us, and then it's it's just from the merch store on our YouTube channel. So we've got a few different things. We've got just a few little funny jokes based around stuff in the channel, like the artisan
Yeah,
angle.
I've seen your online shop. It looks really nice and professional. Like your website, the way it's been done, really nice.
Listen, if you want to send me one of them t-shirts or one of those, I'm happy to wear it on there. I'll put a link-
Jordan, they're doing this. They're doing this because I promised them both one of my t-shirts that I designed on my iPad, and I still keep forgetting to send them over. They're sat in this box
Thing is,
here.
I can't. I have to buy these. I've still not figured out how to just get them at cost price. So I bought this. Cost me like 35 quid. To buy
Have you done it on
this.
T-Mill? Have you done it on T-Mill?
But it's really, really good quality actually. So I wear it a lot. It's really nice.
So
No, look, it looks
we're not
good.
getting free artisan clothes. We're not getting free artisan clothes.
I bought one for Corey, but you know.
They're expensive. He's not going to give them away for free, Sam.
Listen, I might be able to hook you up with someone. I've got a guy does wicked merch, so we'll talk afterwards.
Brilliant.
Because I actually really like your merch. It's not like done on Canva or something. It's like something done on a next level.
I really like Nick's. I think it's
I
really
really
cool.
want one. I wish
It's
I could
really
get one.
like minimalist and kind of designery.
Me. Me.
Amateur.
Oh, amateur. Brilliant. Thanks, Sam.
Well, no, just
Thanks, Jordan. I
I've been
appreciate
suffering
that.
See the one you're wearing, Sam?
come on, Electricians Monday Club. Come on, bosh.
Right.
That just looks like.
I
clip-on.
didn't get the memo
That
to
logo
in
looks like
with
clip-on.
electrical t-shirts. I
It's
didn't
not
get the
even
memo.
square.
It's not meant to be because Electricians Monday Club is never square. It's always pissed, isn't it? Come on.
Well, I'm wearing my electrical wires across my body, so that counts.
Nick.
We're not going there. No, we're not going there.
Right, listen, on that, I just want to say it's been a real honour. I feel like I've reached the pinnacle of my podcasting career to have you on, mate. Yeah, the king in waiting, the heir to the throne, Jordan from Artisan. We're out.